Now, I really, for the longest time, I think Condor, like knife and tool, I think so. They sold out. Like they're sellouts, right? And at first, they were like a really good, like budget knife company, and they were making. I am sure they revenued so much money. I have a few of them. Like I remember one of my first knives was the Condor Rotan. I also have the Village Parang, the Jungle Parang. I had a few of them. Oh, the Kukri, and they're great. They were like $50. I remember the parang was like 30 something dollars or something like that. It was ridiculous. And now you look at the prices of them, and you're gonna be like, what? And especially like, what made me make this is this right. This is the Viking knife. These are now when they first came out they were like 80 $90, and now they're 77. I saw one for 77, 80, and okay, this is dog water. This is dog water quality. And call me crazy, right? Their leather on point. They're always good. Except for the fact that there's nowhere to actually hang it on a belt loop. Like, what is this? Like, okay, so Viking knife, right? Oh, but where are you putting this? Is there some like does your belt go there? It doesn't make sense. And now, the worst part, the knife. What made me buy this is the fact that it was in 1095, and damn, 1095 from Condor. If their 1075 has been great for years, the 1095 gotta be good too. It's a little rough because I just honestly ended up throwing it around and abusing it for a little bit. Open cardboard boxes and rusted out because it's been in the bathroom sink. But here it is, right? The whole appeal, like when you see them on pictures, you're like, oh, they got a little carving and they look cool. But like, it looks like being in the military. You get stuff from Skillcraft, right? The company, and it says proudly made by blind people, which means sometimes you get really kind of weird things that are just like the quality's kind of like yeah, this is proudly made by a blind person. Like this, look, it's not even centered correctly. You can actually tell where they took the stamp or whatever, and it was crooked because right here you see the outer edge. But like this right here, and then on the other side, it it just does not look good. Which was a disappointing. Oh, and this is the biggest spit in the face. Aside from the fact that the geometry is whack, Brian, don't mind the little bit of rust on there. The geometry is whack. It leans towards the left, right? Just like me. This is where I think is the biggest slap in the face because I make knives like hidden tail knives or rat tail tang knives, and I take pride in them, and I make sure that this never happens. Is this like thank you for letting me know that it goes all the way to the bottom, but what is this? Look at that. Do you imagine paying $77 for that? The overall fit and finish. At least they didn't stamp it with Condor, made in El Salvador. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm gonna do is at a later video, I'm gonna break the handle off this and I'm gonna refinish this and I'm gonna rescue it because it has a lot. Like it's something not common. It's a piece of 1095 in rat tail tank format. It just isn't, and it's a very good little bushcrat shape. This had potential, but it was just mediocrely executed. And if you actually look down, it's once again leaning towards one side, and the bottom is not very like smoothed out. Unsure what wood they made it out of, but it's giving hickory, oak vibes, probably hickory vibes. But yeah, this needs a rescue from what it actually is because it's definitely not worth the price. And I appreciate what they did with the sheath, except for the big flaw, the design where it didn't matter. So I if you want to be disappointed, go ahead and buy one of these. But on a later video, I'm gonna destroy this, and then I'm simply going to put a handle worth the blade on it. I'm just overall disappointed. That's a $20 knife in my opinion, and I think that Condor really sold out. Like they realized that they were good, and people were buying their items, and they have pulled a bunch of mediocre designs that you flew too close to the sun. And the fact is, the worst part is that nobody's stopping them, right? And I understand inflation, material costs, but they were profiting. They were profiting back then at $20, $30, 40, 50, whatever. And now, like, what can you get from Condor that's not $75 onward? And for that price range, I'm gonna go with American made. Like, great, like, cool, like, they're good, reliable designs. But you know what else is good and reliable and has quality control? American made products. I don't know, American made machetes. The Woodman's pal, right? Tramontina, like several knives and other companies which have much better quality control than this. And I just, in that, this is this, right? In reality, you can get a Mora blade, like the Mora number 2 blade, right? This blade, and for 15, 20, $30, let's say, and put a handle on it yourself and make it look way better than this. Go to Hobby Lobby, learn how to sew some leather. Well, this is actually really poor quality because you can see that. Yeah, beautiful. And then the other side, double stitch, just going in 2 directions. Very nice. Yeah, and oh, well, obviously you can see, for the people that are not leather workers, there's a lot of sewing machines that have a little wheel or a little foot, and you can see where the foot and the little wheel went and marred all the leather. So yeah, this is dog water in my opinion. It could outperform anything else, and I still wouldn't be happy with the fit and finish, especially for the price range of that, right? Especially when, for example, I make knives. I put handles on blades that are great quality blades. I make knives from scratch, and most of them, if not all, right? A big parang will be $120, of course, right? But most of my knives are $100 and under, right? Imagine paying for the, and it's made in El Salvador, bro. Like, what? This is, for the price range, completely disappointed. Somebody's gonna be like, well, blah blah blah. I don't care. I really don't care. You can comment your heart out on the comment section, but this is not the quality of $70 to $80 because shipping, of course. For that, I'll go with K-Bar. I'll go with Buck, Ontario. There's plenty of other knife companies who have pride in their craftsmanship, and maybe Condor will watch this and they'll see me, and then they'll be like, wow, we'll send you something that you're not disappointed in, please. Because this is not it, and I paid out of pocket for this. Not sponsored by anybody, but this is just not it. Thank you for watching.